Lightyear
came out this year.
God damn it.
It is the movie that Andy went to go see in Toy Story.
That's the problem I have with this movie.
Yeah.
Right there.
Andy would never
line.
be able to sit through that long ass movie.
Right.
All right, nothing happens.
As far as a kids movie, it drags a little bit.
Well, that's the problem with it is because the movie it really has a serious tone. Overall, it has a very serious tone, and it's too long. Sitting at what, an hour 48.
Yeah, it could have been a little shorter.
Yeah, right. But as even in the fictitious Toy Story world, I just don't see Andy watching that entire movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I kind of when I really kind of sat back and kind of looked at it, I was just like, I started comparing it to those movies that I saw when I was a kid that maybe I wasn't made for kids. You know what I mean? Like your Ghostbusters, your Back to the Future, stuff like that.
Those are entertaining.
Right. But it's kind of that same feeling as far as hey, here's a movie that's not necessarily for kids, but a bunch of kids see it and then it spins off into a whole franchise kind of thing. That's how I see it. Now, I liked it. I liked it.
I was bored to tears. Literally,
it had enough moments.
I think in the second act it kind of picked up a bit, but initially, and maybe it's because I was expecting something a little bit more lighthearted, something a little bit more, enjoyable. And so it was just hard for me because the movie is beautiful.
Yep.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
It's got some
Chris Evans. Yeah, about to say Chris
Yeah.
Evans is doing a pretty good Tim Allen.
Dude, and Kiki Palmer. Kiki Palmer's crushing it.
Oh, absolutely.
You know
It is.
what I'm saying? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And so it was one of those things. When
Taika.
I first heard her, it's not my favorite character.
Yeah,
but
I'm
still,
not.
Taika,
Yeah. Still Taika.
Right?
Still Taika.
He crushes. That's just what he do.
Uh-huh.
But I just I didn't. I think really it's all about socks.
It's
for
all
me.
about socks.
It's all about
It's
socks.
absolutely all about socks.
And Felon Grandma.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? She's like, I can't touch that. Violate my parole.
You're on parole.
Yeah, she's badass. Uh-huh.
I did enjoy that.
Yeah.
I just felt like it was just mid, man. It's fine.
It's not the Buzz Lightyear movie that I would have wanted, but I don't hate it. Again, it's all socks.
Right.
It's all socks
It's
for
all
me.
socks.
Any time socks is on screen, it's wonderful. I love when he's like trying to process something and it's just like meow 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 meow.
Yeah,
Like
beep, beep,
that's
boop,
adorable.
beep, beep,
Beep boop beep boop beep.
Beep boop, beep boop.
When he
and
shoots
they
the dart out and
I just
makes
bought
the
you
dude-
5 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, it was like, wait, was that for me? If I got out of hand, I just bought you 5 minutes.
Yeah.
They keep making him kind of like R2-D2.
Oh yeah, with
Yeah.
his head spinning around and everything.
The way he attaches.
I love
him
when
to
he's
the
trying to
cockpit.
turn the light on and he gets the laser pointer. And it's like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, like it was
Socks is the reason for the movie.
It's
Sock-
fine,
yes,
but it's another one of
socks
those
is cool.
situations where it's like if you are buying into the mythos of the Toy Story universe,
I just
Right.
I
Then
don't think this matches.
it
at
doesn't
all.
match.
Yeah.
Because also and
Yeah.
I hate having to view it from this perspective, but where was all the socks merch? Because that would have been the one.
Yeah.
Everybody would have bought the socks. Buzz Lightyear's dope and all, but
Yeah.
everybody would have bought a socks.
Right.
Right. And so it's just one of those. It just feels like a cash grab, and then it's like, okay, well, we're
Because it is a
Disney,
cash
and
grab.
we're exactly right.
I mean-
and so we're super woke, and so we're gonna have a lesbian couple, and there are people who really hate this movie because of that.
Which is
Really?
really dumb.
It's so fucking dumb.
It's super dumb.
It's like really, that's your reason. Like there's so many other reasons to not
Then
like this movie.
yeah,
There are a
exactly.
lot of reasons to not like this film. You know
That's
what I'm
not
saying?
even on the list of
Right.
reasons to not
Right.
like this movie.
Seriously, man, like there's so much we can talk about and complain about, so much. And like there were a few inconsistencies, like when they used the cloak. You remember when they all got the cloaking
Oh, yeah,
devices? And he's got socks in his helmet. And socks is like all over his face and
Yep.
shit, and he's just like, man, he's like, I can't see, you're in my way. And so he goes onto his neck, and you see Socks kind of just floating in the air because he's invisible.
Right,
The
because-
very next scene, you see Buzz Lightyear's face, and Socks isn't even there. Y'all notice that?
No.
Didn't notice.
I got got pictures.
You got pictures.
Yeah, I was like, what just happened? Like, Socks just vanished, dude. He was just not there anymore. But it was.
So basically.
Yeah.
See,
He was like in his helmet. He's like right there in his helmet. Okay, we got some Socks action. He's just going. Boom, boom. He's right there, crawling around, right behind his neck.
Well, he was on top of the helmet at that point.
Dude, no, he's behind his neck.
No, but he took him out of his helmet and put him on top.
Let's see.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought I had the long shot.
Because he was.
That wasn't
right.
Yeah.
I thought I had the long shot as well. Yeah, he's like right there. He's still behind him. You would still see the cat,
but he's on top of the helmet. He's outside of the helmet at this point.
Wrong way.
I know, right? I was like,
like that's the thing though. He's outside of the helmet.
Nah, dog. They forgot to render Socks.
Shoot.
And so I hope that you're correct, but I sat there and rewound that over and over and over, and I don't think you are.
He is outside of the helmet.
I know he's outside of the helmet, Scott, but you would still see him in frame.
You would. You're not wrong there.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. He just wasn't. They didn't add him to the frame.
And who the fuck puts meat on the outside of the sandwich?
That's probably my favorite part.
That was good.
That's probably my favorite part of the entire movie.
Bread. That's just too much bread.
And just the way they animated the meat, they were very proud of it because they kept showing it over and over. They're like, "Look at our meat," and then pieces would drop out of it.
The cucumbers.
Yeah.
What a sandwich.
How long? Bread, meat, bread. How long did y'all do that? Forever.
What about you? So, okay, firstly, how did you feel about it?
Well, watching it in theaters and just taking it in as a thing, right? It's fine. I thought the movie was fine. Like even when I walked out of it, I was like, oh well, that was a fun time with me and Iana. You know? She enjoyed the movie. Just to let you guys know.
My next question.
You know, she liked it. She kept blasting off for the rest of the day.
Everything
was a countdown, and she had to do a thing. So that was all good. And that's probably the reason that I enjoyed the movie more. Not because I thought it was great, but because I was like, well, she enjoyed it, and we had a good time.
Yeah.
You know. So it's more of an association thing. But even watching it the first time, there were still like plot points that I was going like, well, I'm just not sure I like this. Like, I think that Buzz being, hey, spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers going forward,
guys. I think Buzz being Zurg is lazy.
Yeah,
I think it's fucking super
I don't really
lazy.
like that at all.
I mean, that's their whole thing. It's like, okay, well, here's what you might turn into if you really keep thinking the way that you're thinking. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah, but the way they did it was just lazy.
It was.
Yeah.
You know, but they were trying to make it like deep.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, just don't.
Yeah.
You know, just make it a fucking
Zurg could have just been a bad guy.
Alien.
Right.
Yeah, just some alien bad dude.
Because the way that they frame it in this is fucking Buzz basically just finds a derelict spaceship that has all this technology laying around and then takes it over.
At some point in the future.
Yeah, takes it over, and then he comes back to.
You're telling me they have death robots and no security?
Right. And so he comes back to where they crashed and puts all these like murder bots around the laser field. Like, why wouldn't you just wait for Buzz to come back? You know that he's coming back. You know, why do you have to go through all that shit? You don't even have to be at the base.
Right,
you know
and why would he be attacking the humans, even if he, like, that doesn't make any sense at all.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I get it that Buzz is gone evil, but this is to a degree that it's beyond just the point of like oh, I'm trying to accomplish a goal. Like, this is straight up just being a villain.
Being a villain.
Yeah.
And
Buzz going all the way to that does not make sense.
Mech suit.
Right.
Like, what?
No, that was on the ship too.
Yeah, that was already on the ship.
He got into it. He's like, I'm a beautiful man.
And it fit him, and he was able to understand the controls, and he was totally fine with it. It's good. It doesn't matter. No, none of this matters. Yeah, I can totally fly this alien fucking spaceship.
I do think
it took a goddamn android in Prometheus to translate all of that shit, and we're talking about like a world-class scientist that Wayland was, and you're telling me that Buzz, dumbass Lightyear, figured out the alien...
right, because you also got to remember that Buzz was the same dude that's just like, oh god, man, that took 4 years of my life.
Right.
Hit it again.
Let's do it. Wow, you get older every day. Like, Buzz, it's been 4 years. Oh shit, I forgot.
Yeah, for real. Hit it again.
I do kind of think it's funny when he's like, wow, you're getting married fast. She's like, I met her 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah. And then I'm like, that's really the most interesting part of the movie, because they actually reference it. She's like, you know, my wife and you know, her father. So it's like, okay, so you clearly banged some dude, whoever it is, and you're just like, I just need we want to have a baby, so
Yep.
come on, bro. You know? And so I was like, I wonder if they're going to actually explain that or not.
It's all robots. It's all robots.
Right.
Man. It's all artificial at this point.
Probably.
Yeah,
Who knows?
it's like what's it called? Demolition Man.
Right.
No, yeah.
There's no touching anymore. Everything's done in a lab.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, it's that is probably the least satisfying part to me about it, is that I feel like the buzz thing is lazy.
Yeah.
The whole Zerg concept is lazy.
Yeah.
I would much rather the Zerg be like, them try to do a cheap ripoff of Daleks or of the Borg or the Geth from Mass Effect, or
right.
like there's so many cool robot
do Zerg like they did from the fucking cartoon,
right?
You know,
he's just a bad robot.
He's just a bad robot man.
That's it.
That's all he's got to
be. Just be a bad robot man
because we can't have non-sympathetic villains anymore. Phil,
that's also very, very true.
We're supposed to like our villains
because they have to have reasons to do the evil shit
Buzz
they
has
do now.
to learn a lesson about himself and learn that just because he wanted to get back home, everyone else was living their lives and thriving under the laser shield. You know, it's like I just really thought that the story was not very well written.
Right.
I feel like the whole thing is just riding on the fact that Pixar animation is so fucking dope.
And it's kind of a fun ride.
You know?
But I also agree with you guys that it gets really slow sometimes.
It does.
Yeah.
It slows down.
Like from the very start all the way until almost the end. It takes a long time to really get going, and then it doesn't keep its pace.
Yeah.
And then it's like after a point, it kind of leans on Kiki Palmer.
Yeah.
And all the characters are well acted.
Agreed.
Very well acted. I just feel like the glue holding it all together just didn't do it for me. I was sitting there just waiting for something to happen. I was sitting there waiting to chuckle. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't a point.
I don't know. There were several times where I thought I chuckled a good bit. Like you were talking about with Kiki Palmer, like when Socks is telling her, "Hey, yeah, you just got to jump, across."
He's like, "Don't miss."
Yeah. It's like, what? There's nothing out there. Exactly. There's nothing in your way.
Yeah.
No. Like that.
I guess she was afraid of space.
Yeah.
Which makes a lot of fucking sense.
But
actually.
yeah, dude, I'm afraid of space.
She did that. She was.
Yeah.
So,
it has its moments. It's got some things going on.
Yeah.
I think that if you're watching it with a kid and they enjoy it, then you'll have an okay time. I think that it's okay child sci-fi too. Like I think that they touch on some pretty interesting science fiction concepts like time dilation and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like if you showed but I also think this isn't exactly for little kids. This is more for like middle schoolers. Like that's more the age range, I think, because again, it has to be a kid that's okay with sitting there and watching a movie that's a little bit more on the serious side. Yeah. So it would miss the mark for most young kids. Nana held her attention through the whole time, but we were also in the theater,
right?
And I think she actually kind of gets wrapped up in the.
Well, especially
Jesus Christ,
it's gorgeous.
Yeah,
it's
a pretty movie.
It looks really good.
It
does. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And she likes that kind of stuff. She likes pretty scenery in movies and shows and stuff. She'll point that kind of thing out. So I don't know. It's not satisfying as an adult though.
Right.
Because to me it feels like if they took I said this a long time ago when I first watched it feels like if you took a watered down version of Interstellar and mixed a whole bunch of Halo on top of it and then like executed it half-assed,
right? Because we don't even really spend much time with the like local wildlife that's constantly attacking them.
There's bugs.
Yeah,
there's bugs. There's some vines.
Yeah, because I was hoping that we go into the earth. I was hoping we go into the earth and figure out where those vines are coming from.
I think it's funny that you really don't ever see them again after the beginning of the movie. For real,
no, you do. You see them in a montage. Yeah, they always come back and snatch them.
I didn't catch them.
Yeah, it was always Buzz. It was always Buzz that was getting snatched by him.
Yeah, like he didn't know.
Yeah,
like he didn't already. Well, he is Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah,
he is a very forgetful
person. They just make him into just a moron this whole movie.
Right.
And I think that's part of the thing that
he's
maybe
got a heart of gold, but he's an idiot.
Right.
He's like I'm court-martialing myself.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Which is part of the reason why him being the bad guy and sending murder robots down to attack humans doesn't make any sense.
Did you see the post-credits sequence?
No.
Hold on.
There were two of them.
I watched the first one. What is it? Hold on.
One of them is like all the way after the credits, and they give you the Pixar logo all over again.
Isn't it the robot that's trying to explain where to go, and he's still...
And then he turns around and nobody's there
south.
Anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
There's that one. There's one with the new commander, just like leaning back, reading a paper.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Laser And then the last one is actually of the old Buzz Lightyear being in the robot suit, still floating in space. And then the mouth lights up.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sequel.
And now he's pissed.
Yeah, right. Now the frown is real.
No, man. I can't.
I'm just like, don't bring that villain back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we just don't need it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's an unsatisfying tie-in. I think that it, like I said, if you can, enjoy it with somebody else, or not worry too much about its touch with actual Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, I think with it being on Disney Plus, I think it's worth a watch.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's worth a watch with it being on Disney Plus. If you have, or if you already have Disney Plus, you might as well throw it in. I mean, you gotta
it's not,
couple hours
it's not
that
a bad movie.
Yeah.
It's bad for Pixar.
Pixar
well,
and that's the thing too.
Like it's hard to go from like Soul. It's hard to go from like what is it? Turning Red.
Oh yeah, Turning Red.
I still need to watch that. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good stuff.
And then go here Inside Out. It's like their track record is just too good.
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
and
saying?
then you
I
get
think
this.
that's really the exactly.
Well, you got to think too, like. Pixar isn't the same as it used to be.
Well, dude, Disney has a big problem right now, dude. They're pushing all their sub studios so hard to make so much content.
Just something. Yeah.
Well, I mean, also animation isn't just as exclusive. Like now they have some serious competition, but
real.
Still,
I mean,
Pixar,
they're over there looking at Love, Death, and Robots, going, man, if only we could make adult
man.
content once in a while.
Right.
I mean, that's what this is probably a push towards.
Yeah.
Is getting
but
getting
Pixar's
into
never
all
going to
this
do
stuff.
that. They're never going to do that over there. It's like that Oat Studios stuff that I sent you. Like
Disney
that stuff is the small Neil Blomkamp studio, and he's doing work with CG, dude.
Yeah,
he's doing stuff that is better looking than a lot of the Marvel stuff.
Right. Oh yeah.
And it's because he has a good art team.
Yeah.
Marvel suffering, you know? I mean, I saw a chart that was talking about the releases from Disney's stuff, right? And it was showing how, like, year on year, I want to say that they're doing 3 times as much Marvel things as they were doing like a year or two ago.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yeah. They just keep adding. They keep piling more and more on.
If you look at each phase of the Marvel thing and how many movies were in it, and how many shows were in it, and
it's
all that
at
stuff,
a point now. You're like the entire year is just full of Marvel shit.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy how Disney just kind of took Pixar over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? You know what I'm saying?
They
that's what they do.
They did.
That's what they do.
Yeah, right? Because, I mean, initially, when you first, get those awesomely animated movies that used to blow our minds, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, Pixar's amazing.
Yeah.
And it was just a partnership.
Yeah, exactly.
But now
that they required it, and again, that's what I was talking about, is Pixar is just a different studio now.
Yeah,
they'll still pull out the bangers here every once in a while, but then they got to do the cash grab every once in a while because, Papa Mickey, he needs to buy another yacht.
Yeah, man.
Where's my money?
Where's my money, bitch?
Don't make me put these paws on you.
I'll put the gloves to you.
His hands ready to eat for everyone. Minnie, get in here, bitch.
No.
God, dude.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Disney's trying to do too much. That's really what it is,
Yeah.
I know they're trying to fill up their own service. I got it.
Right.
They're trying to make sure that they have so much content that nobody's going to run out of things, but they need to be getting partners that are outside of their own,
No, man, they just buy people
now.
now.
Well, that's the thing, and I think
just
a lot
buy
of
people now.
I think a lot of people really don't want to directly associate with Disney.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
At this point
they're
now.
fucking Gestapo, man. Like nobody wants to do that. It's like, because that's what's going to happen. If you want to lose if you want to lose your studio, go work with them. You know, go do it. You know, if you do something good.
You mean our studio?
Exactly.
Is that what you mean?
Oh no. You meant my studio. Got it. You're all fired. You know, like I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, and it does. It sounds like I'm just like hating on this movie. It's not a bad film. It's just not a good film.
Yeah, I just don't think it's great.
Well, I think it sits on that little average. It's very, very average, very middle of the road.
It doesn't take any risk at all.
No, not at all. Not at all. No risks. It's just, you know, if you got an hour and,
45 minutes.
two almost 3 hours to not do shit, and you have Disney Plus, throw it on, see what you say. I think Socks is worth the experience, period.
Socks is cool.
Socks is cool. Yeah.
So
I do like the new commander.
Oh,
I know you only get him for a couple of scenes, but laser shield.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you need to get down with the laser shield. Slams the door. I'm just like, what? I thought he was gonna be the villain. You know, I thought something was gonna happen. I'm like, oh, he would be a great villain. You know,
wouldn't he?
Yeah, totally.
I mean, they had a lot of opportunity to do a lot cooler things than what they actually did.
Yeah, it's like
they
didn't want to take
they
the
had
risks.
they had to fit in all the quote unquote buzz lore.
Yeah.
You know,
But this wasn't even like, if you read the blurb that's on the back
I
of
got it right here.
Oh, it's
Buzz Lightyear here. I'm stationed on the Gamma Quadrant of Sector 4 as a member of the Elite Universe Protection Unit of the Space Ranger Corps. I protect the galaxy from the threat of the invasion from evil Emperor Zurg, sworn enemy of the Galactic Alliance.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Not as soon as I met this dude, I found out that it's actually myself, and now I'm fighting myself from. No.
Right.
This makes it where Zurg is just an evil robot man.
Exactly.
Man, that's
right.
propaganda.
And he's
That's
like,
what it is.
Is that what it is?
And he's talking as if he's like been fighting him.
This is how they sell the space war to the kids.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's like,
Yeah, totally. No,
look, don't tell him it's me. Don't tell him it's me.
I mean, one thing that I did kind of appreciate,
historical revisionism.
There's a lot of like audio callbacks. They use a lot of the a lot of audio callbacks.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Also,
they use a lot of scene callbacks too.
That too.
From other
that
movies.
too. And then just watching him get his accessories that come along with the toy.
Yes.
You know, that was kind of cool.
That was
cool.
kind of neat.
That was kind of cool.
Because he
his
gets
arm
his
blaster
wing.
and his
Yeah.
wings,
Yeah.
So. And so that was
I liked it when he presented all the suits to everybody. That was cool. You know. Like, we all
You
get to
knew
be
that
Space
pen was
Rangers.
going to
It's
be
like,
used.
well,
That was that Chekhov's gun was a little heavy-handed
I
for
feel
me.
like they did. They just oversold the whole.
Well,
pen
that's the thing. It's just like you're supposed to supposed to set it up, and then
then not
reminder,
talk
forget about it,
and then reminder.
Yeah.
You might get a reminder at some point,
right?
But then you get the payoff.
But
every time Taika was on
screen,
I have a pen,
and
it's just like that shit's gonna get used by me.
Right.
It's going to that pen is going to save the crew immediately after the third time they reminded me. I was just like, that's gonna save
guys.
the crew. That's gonna be what they need to fix everything.
Right. I just feel like you're wasting screen time. You could have just cut that, made the movie a little bit shorter, which would have added to my personal enjoyment of the movie.
It is a little long.
You know?
It didn't need to be that long, man.
Yeah, man.
But
I did like the one scene where Taika was dropping the teleporter over and over.
Oh yeah. Well,
That's
somebody played
great.
Portal.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Very Portal.
Yeah, that shit was awesome. But yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Wrap it up.
Is that it?
Honestly,
Is nothing
that was my concern when I said I'm really concerned for this episode.
What are we gonna
'Cause I'm
talk
like,
about?
I don't know what to really say.
We can
about
always have a short one.
That's
Well,
right.
well,
Sometimes it's good to have a
Sometimes
short
it's good
one.
to have a short one. Yeah, man. But it was one of those things where I was watching and I'm like, God, what is there?
The things are happening, but I don't have anything.
Yeah,
I was gonna
say,
take some notes, and I kept watching. I was like, I mean,
You don't need notes. You do not need notes. It is not complicated. What you see is what you get.
Yeah,
Exactly.
We're not even trying to go beat by beat on this movie.
That's
like,
right.
Just, it's some buzz shit. Just go watch it. If you're interested, go watch it.
If you're
That's really
interested,
what it is.
exactly.
Yeah.
If you have Disney Plus, you're already paying for it.
Right, might as well. It's
Here-
not.
here
It's
is
really
the
not
one
bad. It's
thing
just
that I will say that I'm kind of glad. I'm glad that I watched it on my television because my initial plan was to play Final Fantasy and watch it on my laptop.
Yeah.
But watching it in full 4K,
it's pretty. It's a very pretty movie.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Right. And so
I
if
love
you're gonna
I love the
watch
way
it,
it looks.
make sure that you watch it on a big screen with a great sound system, and I think that'll add to your enjoyment.
Because they definitely did come up with a visual like a style to it.
It's like Farpoint and Destiny.
It's halfway between what Buzz looks like super cartoony and what a realistic like world would look like. It's right there, man. It's like a
Yeah, you know, I really liked Grandma Hawthorne.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Dope. And I mean, it is kind of funny when Buzz is like going on his little spiel, and she's over there like playing the music in the background.
Oh yeah.
You know, that was a cool little gag.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I feel like you're ragging me. He's like, yes, but in a supportive way.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, she was a great character.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever. Let it go.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us for this shorter episode. You can check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Google Play, Google Proudcast.
One of them days.
It's one of them days. And iTunes and anywhere else you like to listen to your podcast. We do this every Saturday, so make sure you ding that bell and follow us, subscribe. You can go to our YouTube.
No.
You go to our YouTube channel to see more episodes. Links in the description. Phil, you are Lentarg everywhere. Trey, you are GraeSacle on YouTube and Power of GraeSacle on Twitch. I am LazerPunch86 on Twitch, as well as LazerPunch on YouTube. Links in the description. Thank you guys so much for hanging out in the chat.
Come tomorrow. Check out our House of the Dragon.
That's right.
We'll do the wrap-up episode. It'll probably be, 11 or so.
Yeah, we'll try to do it a little bit earlier than last week.
Absolutely.
You know? But the problem is, man, it's taking notes and watching the episode.
That's right.
So, yeah. Look at it.
Join us.
Hit the bell, and then you'll know.
You'll know. You'll always know.
We'll be having fresh content.
And we will always know.
That's right.
Because we always know.
We're watching
you guys.
you.
Peace.
Goodbye.
June 5th.